Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too. It's another week where we can live, learn, love, laugh, and linger. And so I'm going to continue my ongoing report about affirmation. But this week I'm going to deal with the group entity called Abraham as channeled through Esther Hicks and Jerry Hicks. And the essence of their approach to affirmation is, in a certain level, expectation. You expect that spirit will take you to another level. It's a kind of interactive response between you and the universe, which is alive and therefore beckons back to you. And the key has to do with the law of attraction, which says that which is like unto itself is drawn. So in a certain way, we're told that we're responsible for the vibrations that we put out because the law of attraction is going to help to make that more, whatever it is. Now, the real key to understanding how is it possible that then negative things happen to good people when they think they're putting out positive vibrations is that when you're asking for something, and why do you ask for something? Because life presents contrary experiences to you, and that creates what they call a rocket of desire to go to the opposite. But when you're asking for help or you're affirming something, in that moment you could say you're like in a one down state. And in order to receive the transmission, if you want to get the music coming in on FM 106, but your tuner is on 104.3, there's no way you can get the transmission. So after you put out what it is that you want, then you have to move into the receptive mode and be open to it so you can allow it to come in. So you have to ask yourself, why would you choose anything that's not life-giving? Many of us do things that are life-draining and we don't understand. So once you understand that experiences are going to happen to you that you don't like or you don't want, the disappointed feeling is not what you're wanting, so immediately you have to go to the opposite. That's just like praksha, pratipraksha, bhavana in yoga. You cultivate the opposite state of mind. So you want to look at how do you achieve vibrational harmony with what you want. Well, what's your dominant vibration? What is the one that you pay steady attention to? In fact, that's how it got dominant. You paid more attention to it than to other ones. And of course, it then shows up in your life. It manifests in the external world as condition, event, and circumstance on the screen of space. So we're not interested here in persuading other people or influencing other people or intimidating other people in any way. You can't attempt the impossible and limit all the conditions in your life to try to be secure. You can't play it safe. You have to change your vibration. So already that takes power back into yourself and not try to change external circumstances. And even though there may be unwanted things there, it's not like we don't know that they're there, but we choose to put our attention to something else. It's like having a well-stocked kitchen. You have all these different spices, but you don't use every spice in every given recipe. And so you're here to pick and choose and align yourself, or what I like to say, direct your attention to that which you want and not to that which you don't want. And then you starve to death through lack of attention the different kind of thought forms or vibrations that you do not want to see end up in your life. And then you realize that there's aspects of life on an ongoing basis that you got to take pressure off yourself. And one of their phrases that I think is really great is the stink of perfectionism, right? Perfection is the yardstick with which to beat yourself. You're always going to fall short of the ideal. The real is never the ideal. The what is never the what should be or what ought to be. You work toward that, it's wonderful, but another way of understanding it is you never get it done. There's always something else, so you're never going to get it right. You'll do as good as you can, but in the end, you got to let go. So the affirmation for today is all about expectation. Let's start with that. I expect Spirit to take me to a new level. Spirit says, I deserve well-being. Whatever I give my attention to, I make more dominant. I give steady direction to my attention, and I choose what is life-giving rather than what is life-draining. And the law of attraction manages all things from there. I hope you find out that truth.